If you hood educated, I'm glad you made it. Allow me to unfold my knowledge, wisdom, and understanding from a hood brother's point of view to all of you, here, there, and everywhere. Now check me out.
And new developments in the murder-for-hire plot that happened right in our area. Today, rapper Lil Durk pleaded not guilty of the case. Lil Durk, whose real name is Dirk Banks, was arrested in Miami last month and transferred to Los Angeles. According to a grand jury indictment, he conspired with others to murder a rival rapper.
The Chicago rap star is charged in connection with an attack that killed the cousin of a rival rapper.
The feds is not playing no games with Lil Durk. And the cold-blooded part about this whole demonstration is this right here. Look, this how cold the feds work. They charged this man with murder for hire, right? And after doing their own investigation, and not only their investigation, but seeing what the Durk defense team was going to do, they said, oh no, wait a minute, hold on now. We tripped up a little bit, right? This might be a little weak. You understand what I'm saying? So let's recharge him. Let's re-indict him. And under this new indictment, hey look, it's real easy for Durk to get convicted. Look y'all, I'm talking about the way that they done charged Lil Durk. If they get Durk, let's just say if Durk beat everything except stalking, he looking at a life sentence for stalking. And the reason why this stalking carries a life sentence is because under the stalking, somebody was killed. You see? So they trying to hit this boy from all angles. And now that they done hit him with this RICO and calling it a bank's enterprise, it's not looking good for Lil Durk. I'm talking about this right here got to be the worst information that he has ever received in his whole entire life. But this is the way that the feds play. And we got to understand something. All the gangsters out there in the world, all the street guys out there in the world, this is the stuff that you signed up for. And I can hear y'all now, no, hood, you know, man, we supposed to be slick and slide, you know what I'm saying? We supposed to, you know, be up under the radar, you know what I'm saying? We supposed to be low key. Yeah, you can think you low key. The feds got a magnifying glass on the top of your ass just looking at you like, oh, he think he doing something slick. You see, okay, I see. Oh, he texting on the new phone. He think we don't know that his boy just got that phone and gave it to him. You see? But no, this is what you signed up for. You got to understand that, street guys. When you are in those streets, you signed up for the federal government or the state to do you the same way that they doing Durk. Now look, from a moral standpoint, that's unfair. You charged me with murder for hire, right? You can't prove that, or you can prove it, but it's hard to prove it because the only evidence that you actually have for murder for hire is convicted felons telling you that I hired them to go kill somebody. You see? And a defense attorney, he can shut that down. These guys is gangbangers, they're killers, they street guys. They're lying, they're trying to save their own necks. You see, a defense can shut that down. So they said, no, we gonna up the ante a little bit. We gonna change it. We finna resurrect old cases, right? We finna change the whole title of the case to the bank enterprise so that we can hit this boy with the RICO. Check it out. The problem with the old case is this right here. The feds realized the original murder for hire charge was flimsy because it was difficult to prove concrete reward or financial payout. They initially claimed it was paid in cash, then shifted to music opportunities. But because the co-defendants were already signed to or under the OTF umbrella, proving that angle directly was legally weak. So then they came with the new RICO strategy. The feds has pivoted to murder in aid of racketeering and conspiracy. The reason why the feds did this is because this is easier to prove. Under a racketeering framework, the feds don't have to prove Lil Durk directly text or commanded a shooter to pull the trigger. All the feds have to do is prove that Lil Durk is the leader or he belongs to the criminal enterprise. And the cold-blooded part about this enterprise that they are calling the Banks enterprise is that Banks is Durk's last name. And not only that, they are proving that Durk is the leader of OTF. And how they're proving that is because OTF is Lil Durk's record label. And the gang OTF, Lil Durk is the leader of the gang. And so that's how they are doing Lil Durk. Cold-blooded demonstration. So now to even make their case more concrete, the feds is resurrecting the 2019 shooting involving King Von, Lil Durk, and what's that boy name? Rest in peace, Bezoo. And I think it was another brother. I think his name was Hella Bands. Y'all get in the comments. Y'all from the GOAT. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong, right? But they are using that old 2019 Atlanta attempted murder case.
Well, charges against Chicago rapper Lil Durk that stemmed from his involvement in a 2019 shooting in Atlanta have been dropped, according to Fulton County court documents. Tonight, we're learning more about the reasoning behind the decision and hearing reaction from the rapper's attorney. Fulton County District Attorney Fonnie Willis has dropped all charges against Chicago rapper Lil Durk in connection to a January 2019 shooting near the Varsity restaurant in downtown Atlanta. Durk, whose real name is Derek Banks, was facing several felony charges, including criminal attempt to commit murder, aggravated assault, participation in criminal street gang activity, possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony, and possession of a firearm by a convicted felon for his alleged role in the shooting, alongside now deceased rapper King Von. In May of 2019, the rapper left touring early to turn himself in to the Fulton County Jail.
For some reason, they decided that Mr. Banks was involved since some of the people he affiliated with were involved in the shooting. We strongly denied that.
Atlanta police said the victim, whose name was not released, was shot in the leg after an argument between a group of people near the restaurant. He was rushed to Atlanta Medical Center for treatment. A motion to dismiss charges filed on October 17th states, quote, "The facts of this case have been reviewed, and although probable cause existed for the defendant's arrest, the decision at this time is not to prosecute." The DA's office cited prosecutorial discretion as the cause for dismissal.
Choosing not to is essentially code for we can't prove our case. Probable cause is an incredibly low standard. It's not like reasonable doubt at trial.
Manny Aurora, the attorney representing Banks in the case, says while it took some time, he believes it was the right decision on the part of prosecutors.
It took 3 years. He was never indicted. And our position has always been, while he was present, he didn't do any of the shooting or wasn't involved in it.
Aurora tells Fox 5 they're now considering trying to get the charges expunged from Banks' record. And we reached out to the Fulton DA's office to get some additional insight on the decision not to pursue charges any further. We're still waiting to hear back.
And the cold-blooded part about that is this right here. That case was dismissed against Lil Durk. And so I can hear y'all now, you know, some brothers that are legal beagles that know about the judicial system. You might say to yourself, well, hey, hood educated, how can they charge him with that when that case was dismissed? Ain't that double jeopardy? No. And let me explain to y'all why it's not double jeopardy. Because that was a state case. The 2019 attempted murder is a state case. This case here is federal. We got two different jurisdictions here. We have a state jurisdiction and we have a federal jurisdiction. You see? So that's how they're able to bring that case back up. But not only that though, this is what blows hood educators' mind. This right here, y'all. Because according to the documents, the case was dismissed against Lil Durk and everybody else. And the prosecutor for the Atlanta case said that if King Von was alive, he would have been charged with the attempted murder. So in other words, exonerating Lil Durk and everybody else except King Von. But now they bringing that case back up. Yeah, because that case right there is going to act as the foundation of the bank's enterprise. That 2019 attempted murder case is going to act like this is the beginning of their criminal activity as OTF. You see what I'm saying? Because they can prove that OTF, everybody that was involved in that case, is OTF. King Von, OTF. Lil Durk, OTF. Bezu, OTF. Hella Bands, OTF. You see? Y'all see the pattern here? See, they gonna use that as the foundation of the criminal enterprise. They gonna try to prove to a jury and say, hey, listen, we can prove that they was doing criminal acts under the umbrella of OTF, which is a bank's enterprise, because he's the leader, he's the CEO. And now we finna show y'all all the other stuff that we can prove that OTF been doing. The feds have brought back to life the 2021 shooting against Quando Rondo. Now, according to reports, Quando Rondo doing the show down there in Atlanta. Oh, no, excuse me. Not Atlanta, but Georgia, right? He's doing the show down there in one of those small cities in Georgia. After he leaves his show, he goes to the gas station, Quando Rondo and his homeboys. Tell me why, when they're at the gas station, they get Swiss cheesed up. They get sprayed down. By the grace of God, ain't nobody died. But from my understanding, they were saying it was like 100 shots at them boys, right? They are saying, the feds are saying that the shooting is a result of the killing of King Von. And the feds are saying that OTF was trying to kill Quando Rondo. They was trying to kill Quando Rondo then, but they missed him. And the cold-blooded part about that, they even know who was there, who did the shooting. According to reports, they are saying that Bezu was there and a couple of other OTF members. Now, it blows my mind. How do they know this information? Because these supposed to be street guys, and street guys don't talk to the police. Street guys don't do no police stuff whatsoever. But according to the reports, the police know exactly what happened. And so coming from the 2019 case, coming to this case right here, they are showing a pattern. The feds are baking a cake right now. And this is the cake that they gonna bake and they gonna show to the jury. Hey, listen, these guys are dangerous. You see, they tried to kill this man on 2 occasions. This is the first one. In 2020, this is the first one. And then they gonna break down the next one.
Shit, they're gonna have to tell me whatever. Don't. So, sir, was it the rapper that performed in Waycross? Was it the rapper that performed in Waycross? You ain't gonna tell me either. I do want to go over there, so I can't. But they love me, though. Everybody love me right here. They gonna have to just tell me to turn around. Y'all, I'm finna try to get... Y'all, they say it's Quando, y'all. They gonna have to just tell me to turn around or whatever. Chris! I want to know so bad. Was it the rapper that performed at the club? Y'all ain't telling nobody nothing? Damn. I'll leave.
You don't need to be in the road to start with. You can stand over there. Just don't get in the road.
Damn. Was it the rapper, y'all? Please tell me. Damn. Oh my God. So this body's in the car? Oh my God. Oh my God, it is Quando, y'all. It's got to be. Oh my God. That shit crazy as fuck. Y'all, it's got to be Quando. It is, cause I had went to the other Circle K and they were like, everybody kept talking about the shots that they heard. So evidently what the niggas hit them with was some big shit. Cause niggas were way down the road and they were like, shit, we heard the shots. I said, how the fuck y'all heard the shots way down here? They were like, hey, whatever them niggas had was big shit. I'm trying to find out. I don't know how true it is now. Don't hold me to that. But motherfuckers saying it was Quando. I don't know. I'm just trying to see. I'm trying to see. Cause don't nobody know shit. I'm trying to see. Bruh, they talking about this. I don't know how true. Don't hold me to shit. They talking about it was the rapper that performed at the Vibe, at the club. They talking about it was Quando. Cause I went to the other store and they were like, they heard it was, somebody had a bounty on them. I'm like, damn, how the fuck you know? So how come nobody else don't know? I'm trying to find out. Shit, everybody talking about it was Quando. I'm trying to see what it is. I can't say it was Quando because I don't know. Nobody ain't saying shit, but everybody acting like it was. I want to know what it is. Somebody got to be dead though, cause why all this yellow tape? But where the body? I don't see nobody. So there's bullets all over there? Damn. Y'all, they trying to say this was Quando Rondo. If a bitch try me and be like, oh, no, bitch, I'm just going off what a bitch told me, shit. I don't know. But that's what they trying to say. I'm trying to see. They trying to say it was Quando, y'all. Whoever it was, these niggas had some heavy shit. So hell, why is all them goddamn bullet numbers down there? I need to go down here and see what the fuck going on. Hell, bitch, I'm here. This is my motherfucking city. Y'all, they trying to say it was Quando. Somebody tell me that it's not, that it wasn't. I don't know. Shit. Then a bitch asked me, what you doing up? Bitch, I'm up. What you mean? I was moving around, hell. And motherfucker talking about, hey, you heard all them bullets and shit? They made like it was some heavy ass shit. Look at all them bullets. They trying to make like it was Quando, y'all. Nobody won't say shit. They ain't telling me shit. So where the bodies at though? So if somebody dead, how come I don't see no bodies in the truck and shit, in the car? They trying to say it was Quando, y'all. Cause I had went to the other store down the road and the white boy was like, I said, damn, what the fuck happened down there? He said, the white boy talking about, they said something about a bounty on somebody. I said, a bounty? Because I was already trying to figure out. That was like Travis Hatton.
Not even a year later, we got the 2022 killing of Lil Pop. But Drodo, this right here the murder wasn't for Lil Pop. They was trying to kill, according to the feds, they was trying to kill Quando Rondo again. But end up getting Lil Pop. You see? And the feds are connecting this by way of evidence, data, homeboys, some of Durk friends. You see, from my understanding, y'all, they have people who was there who is close to the hit, snitching on Lil Durk. 2 of his friends. It could be more, but 2 of his friends is telling the whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help them God. You see, when the feds get to talking about the death penalty and life in penitentiary and all that old type of stuff, listen, it's every man for themselves now. But wait a minute, street guys ain't supposed to do that. Y'all know y'all from the streets. Y'all ain't supposed to be doing no telling. Y'all don't talk to the police. What happened to speak no evil, hear no evil, see no evil? What happened to all that old type of stuff? You see, street guys, y'all ain't following y'all own rules. And this right here should be a lesson to you young brothers and young sisters who thinking about getting in them streets. They don't even follow their own rules. You see? So why would you follow them? Why would you want to be a part of that? When these guys right here don't even follow, I'm talking about the most major rules, the most important rules, they don't even follow. And then to put the icing on the cake, they bringing up that Stefan Mack murder. Now, it always been rumors, throughout, Chicago and through these blogs and stuff like that about Durk and OTF having something to do with the murder of Stefan Mack. And the reason for this murder, according to, streets and the federal reports, is that this right here was get back for Durk's brother. Durk's brother D-Thang got killed, shot in the head. And according to reports, they are saying that Durk wanted get back for that. You can't just kill somebody's brother, especially in these streets or just anywhere. You ain't even got to be in the streets. If you kill somebody's brother and the brothers is close, hey man, you got to watch out. You see? But in this situation right here, this is some street stuff. Durk brother gets killed. Durk want the guy that killed his brother dead. And if not him, he wants somebody close to them dead. And he was willing to pay that money for it. You see? And the cold-blooded part about all that is that, look, they got all this stuff right here documented, recorded. Because, look, when these guys went to go kill Stefan Mack, they jumped out of the car, got to shooting at Stefan Mack. They didn't know that there was a security guard that was watching Stefan Mack as he walked to the car. As a matter of fact, I'm going to show y'all a portion of the video. I can't show y'all all of it, but I'm going to show y'all the portion of the video when Stefan Mack leaves the, what is that called? It was a youth center. He leaves it and he looks over at the car. The guys that are about to kill him in the Chrysler 300, he looked at the car at least 2-3 times. And then the next thing you know, the car doors fly open and these guys jump out. And they jump out shooting. But while one of them is shooting at Stefan Mack, the security guard starts shooting at the guy that's shooting at Stefan Mack. The security guard didn't realize that the other guy started shooting at him. And that's how the security guard got killed. He had got shot. But Stefan Mack got killed because the guy with the rifle chased him down. From my understanding, shot him a couple of times. Stefan Mack fell on a snowbank. That's when the guy ran up on Stefan Mack, shot him in the face and in the chest with the rifle. Now, upon trying to get back to the car, and this is where they fucked up at, excuse my language. But once the car doors closed, the car automatically locked. So there was no way that they can get back in that car. They left their phones in the car. Yeah. And in those phones, there's conversations about being paid to kill Stefan Mack. But not only that, these boys is all, when they got caught, the guys that got caught for the Stefan Mack murder, they all on the phone talking about Durk paid them. They begging people through text, man, go get that money from Durk. This ain't free and all that old type of stuff. So it always been a connection there, but the state ain't never pick it up. But the feds did, because the feds want Durk to do the rest of his life in prison. Those other guys, yeah, those right there is just trinkets. You know, they, okay, we'll take y'all too. But we really want the head guy. They want the leader. And that leader is none other than Lil Durk. They are saying that Lil Durk was so sloppy that he was leaving text messages, right? You know, he probably got emotional. You know, after seeing his homeboy die like that on national TV, this is somebody that he loved, he's close with. Sometimes you can't just, you know, stay how you supposed to be, especially when you dealing in this street type of stuff. You get emotional. And I believe that's where he slipped at, because he started sending out text messages talking about he's willing to pay people to get the get back for King Von. Not only that text messages though, because there's more. There's text messages of Lil Durk saying that, hey, you know, King Von death has turned me into a different animal. I can't let this slide. You see, Durk is saying that, look, I don't care what happened. If I gotta sacrifice my life, if I gotta go to prison for the rest of my life, if I gotta sacrifice everything that I got, so be it, because I can't let this slide. We need get back for this. You see? And look, let me be 100. That's the gangster way. Those are the rules of the street. I don't agree with them. I believe that they are backwards. I'll partake in that type of ideology. You know, I was a part of all that, and that was dumb. It was stupid. But you can't tell that to somebody that's knee deep in it, because they believe in it. And to them, that is their reality. That is their truth. And to go against that, hey, that's a problem. So, look, Durk was so upset with O Block, right? Because being that King Von was OTF, being that King Von is O Block, right? He expected O Block to lead the charge, right? And look, rightfully so. You see, I mean, I'm an unknown vice lord, right? And so being that if something happened to an unknown vice lord, you will want the unknown vice lords to lead the charge. You don't want the travelers. You don't want the conservatives. You don't want the insanes, the mob. You don't. The unknowns should be leading the charge for something that happened to an unknown, right? Just to give it to y'all in that type of way. Now, O Block, being that King Von is from O Block, Durk expected O Block to be leading the charge, saying, hey, look, give us the financial backing and we'll go to Atlanta or Savannah or wherever this boy at, and we will put that work in for our guy. But O Block wasn't putting in no work. O Block wasn't trying to lead the charge. And so the reason why this right here rings to me, because this right here should be a message to you young brothers and sisters. Look, all the time, if something happened to you, if you die, if you happen to get shot up real bad, your homeboys will turn their back on you. You see, it took some people that was not from O Block to get King Von's get back. And they ain't even really get the get back, if you want to ask me, to be 100, because Quando Rondo, he didn't kill King Von. You see? So why y'all want to kill Quando Rondo? Because he rapping? He's a rapper? You see? He didn't kill King Von. King Von put hands on Quando Rondo. We all seen it. Everybody seen the video with King. Look, King Von can't. He putting hands on that boy. And the only reason why he didn't beat him how he wanted to beat him is because Lil Tim jumped out with the gun. But draw though, this is what I gotta give it to everything that happened that night. They let King Von and Quando Rondo go one-on-one. They was letting them boys go one-on-one. Or you know what? Let me back that up. Because I ain't gonna lie. It happened that quick, y'all. King Von hit the man a couple of times. The next thing you know, he was shot 3 times, 4 times, however many times he was shot. Rest in peace to King Von. But it happened. And look, reports are coming out saying that Lil Tim ain't even killed King Von. Now, I don't know how true that is, but the reports are coming out saying that the gun that Lil Tim had did not kill King Von, that it was the police gun. Now, if that is the truth, OTF, Lil Durk, y'all target shouldn't have been Quando Rondo and Lil Tim. That shouldn't have been y'all target. They did not kill your homeboy. If that be the truth, your target should be the people that killed your homeboy. I thought that's how the streets go. I didn't think that in the streets, if you get shot and then you say, oh, we mad our homie get shot, let's go take it out on them. They was there, but they ain't the one that killed them, but we gonna take it out on them over there. The real people that killed them, nah, leave them alone. They too tough for us. We ain't gonna mess with them. We gonna go prey on the weak. Let's keep it up. Come on now. We ain't gonna play no games with it. Let's be 100. You see? But instead, they wanted to pay somebody to kill Quando Rondo. I don't even see nothing in the documents about Lil Tim. Nothing. I don't see nothing saying, hey, look, we want Lil Tim. Lil Tim, the one that shot the gun, we want him. It was all Quando Rondo. For what? Because he's a rapper? You see? Could it be, right? Could Lil Durk really be upset that, after the murder of King Von happened, that Quando Rondo made a video killing Lil Durk? Could that be it? Because, that's a message. You see, if somebody make a video and they got somebody resembling you and they throwing this person in the trunk and then shooting them to death and then closing the trunk, yeah, that right there could send you there though, because it's like they talking about they want to kill you now. They already done killed King Von. Now they talking about they want to kill you. If y'all don't know what I'm talking about, I'm finna try to show y'all a snippet of Quando Rondo's video. I'm hoping that they allow y'all to see it so that for context, but if they don't, I gave y'all the gist of it so y'all know what I'm talking about. Check it out. You see what I'm saying? Like, hey, hold on, man. Y'all throwing me in the trunk and hell no. You see, that's enough to get somebody upset. I don't know if that's enough to get somebody to have somebody want to kill you though. You see? But so Durk responded in his own type of way. According to the documents, the federal documents, they saying that Durk had did a video of him killing Quando Rondo, the same way that Quando Rondo in his video with them killing him. But he never put it out. He never put it out. But the feds know about it. And the feds got that video. How? How did they get it? The feds got that video. And you know what they use in that video for? Premeditation. Yeah. They using that video right there as a demo for premeditation. Because it shows, hey look, I want this guy dead. You see, it's gonna show the jury, hey look, this is Lil Durk right here, killing Quando Rondo, the same guy they tried to kill in California, the same guy they tried to kill down there in Georgia. You see, this is Lil Durk. These guys are murderers, right? This is what the feds is trying to show. Look, they baking the cake. They baking the cake and they get all the ingredients. All the ingredients. And what's helping the ingredients come together is the snitches, the cooperation. And I'm not talking about people from the outside cooperating, even though they possibly got some of them. We're talking about people on the inside. OTF Vonnie, the guy that helped Durk plan this whole demonstration. He's a witness. One of the shooters, Keith, right? According to reports, is indicating that him and Vonnie are witnesses. And so when you got somebody that helped plan the hit willing to testify against you, and when you got someone that shot their gun at the victim, killing the victim, testifying against you, it don't look good. And then you got co-conspirators, right? Now, a lot of people are assuming and speculating that Co-Conspirator 6 is Bezu. And a lot of people from the Chicago streets are trying to say that that is the reason why Bezu was killed, because of his cooperation against Lil Durk and OTF. Now again, that last part, that's just a rumor that's out there. But if Bezu was Co-Conspirator 6, because I never seen Bezu demonstrating a measure like that. You see what I'm saying? Rest in peace to Bezu. I never seen that. So that's just a rumor out there. Like, I don't want to believe that. And even though I'm out the streets and all that old type of stuff, but I don't want to believe that Bezu would demonstrate a measure like that against Lil Durk. But when you in them streets, it always is those that are close to you. Always. The people that you bump shoulders with, bump elbows with, right? It always be them, because they know the most about you. This is Hood Educated, not Lame Related. Peace and love, and y'all take care of yourself out there. If I said anything that caused you to think, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already. And if you're feeling generous, please make a small donation to the channel. Now, I know I've been gone for a little while, so I need y'all to turn me up. Hit that like button, hit that hype button, and if you can make a donation to the channel, I really would appreciate it. Peace and love.